So good morning everyone. So first of all, thank you for joining this session. So today we are taking a session on introduction to the PowerShell learning. So this session is to introduce everyone to the PowerShell and how this PowerShell will help everyone to understand that how PowerShell can be used to automate the tasks. Next screen. So introduction to PowerShell. So what is PowerShell? So PowerShell is not just another command line tool. It is a cross-platform task automation and configuration management framework. So it combines a command line shell with a powerful script language, like allowing the users to automate the complex administrative tasks, like unlike the traditional tools like command prompt, so which only handles the plain text. But PowerShell works with the objects, enabling more advanced data manipulation and integration. So this object-oriented approach like makes PowerShell particularly useful for like IT professionals like who need to manage the system efficiently and consistently. Next slide. So the PowerShell version. So starting with the Windows PowerShell. So Windows PowerShell like which is built on the .NET framework and is limited to the Windows environment. So this version like it has been replaced largely by the PowerShell core and the more recent PowerShell 7.x like which is built on the .NET core and it supports the cross-platform functionality. So the latest PowerShell is the 7.5.3 version, which can be installed like using various methods such as MSI installers and the package managers, like depending on the operating systems. So this flexibility, like it ensures that PowerShell can be used in the diverse environments. Next slide. See, next is the cmdlets, or we can say as the commandlets. So commandlets are the building blocks of the PowerShell. So they are the inbuilt commands in the PowerShell. So commandlets are like the fundamental commands in PowerShell and they follow a consistent verb noun naming convention. So like this makes them like easy to understand. So for example, here we have the building commands like get process. So the get process, it like retrieves a list of running processes in PowerShell. Next command is the get service. So get service like it displays the system services. And next command is the stop service. The stop service, it like like it stops a specified service. And next is the get command. So the get command, it lists all the available commands in the PowerShell. So what sets these commandlets apart is that they return the objects, not just the text. So this allows the users to filter, sort, manipulate data in ways that are not possible with the traditional command line tools. Next slide. So getting started with PowerShell. So the process of launching the PowerShell on different operating systems. So on Windows, it can be accessed by searching the PowerShell in the start menu, and then you can run as administrator. Next screen. So how to check the version? So to check the version, so you can check the installed version by like entering the command like $ps version table.ps version. So this command is used like to check the version. So this helps the user to identify whether like they are using the Windows PowerShell or the new PowerShell 7. So that's all about what is PowerShell, PowerShell versions, what are the built-in commands, and what is the process of the launching the PowerShell. So the further part now will be explained by Ratikant.
Thank you, Ashish, for like what is PowerShell and all that things you explained. Good morning, everyone. So further part I will explain. In PowerShell, like that two concept is important when you are working on SharePoint, PowerShell through SharePoint, like module and PNP. So we are firstly knowing the what is like module, like why module use in PowerShell. So module is like PowerShell module are self-contained reusable units of PowerShell functionality. They are served to organize and abstract PowerShell codes, allowing for easier management and sharing and reuse of functions, commandlets, provides the variables and other resources. So this is a definition. So the simple a module is a package that contains PowerShell commands cmdlets or functions or variables. So it helps to extend PowerShell functionality beyond the built-in features. So whenever you using some commands, for example install module or pnp, when you connect whatever the commands you using when SharePoint, giving the instruction or giving the commands to the operation, not operation, whatever the data list or you adding the data in SharePoint, that time whatever the using commands that we already contain in the package. So that's why that module is important to when you connect SharePoint. So that is a module. So next part is PNP. So PNP is a PowerShell is a cross-platform open source PowerShell module providing a comprehensive set, but the PNP is a community-driven library from the Microsoft that's provider ready to use cmdlets to work with the SharePoint Online and Microsoft 365. That whatever the complex task like creating site or list management or user permissions, that is much simpler through PNP. So PNP is whenever using SharePoint, that time that PNP required, because whatever the predefined commands using for in SharePoint, so that all that commands that will be in that PNP library. So for example, I'm giving the example in C++, before that hashtag include or hashtag whatever that using that commands before that running the program. So before that we are installing that libraries, some required libraries. So that is the same fundamental like here also. So whenever we are using SharePoint, that time that PNP library is installed, that is a required. So that the next thing, why use a PNP in PowerShell? In PNP is automated SharePoint administration task. So whatever the tasks that SharePoint that require that completely in automate for automating is the whatever you commands put in the PowerShell, and when you get enter that whatever the list or creating a sites that done through the automates, and also reduce the manual work. And PNP PNP and SharePoint module versions. So PNP PowerShell latest version is V3, supports SharePoint Online and Microsoft 365. But that V3 version is currently not supported for on-premises, uh, only that supports online. That SharePoint supports online, not on premises. And then what is module version, that uh, official Microsoft module for SCPO admin. So that is a current versions, not that version. There's Windows PowerShell based, only that SharePoint they can install, not to install, they can official SCPO admin, they can currently version. So next thing comparison PowerShell versus command prompt. So before PowerShell, that command prompt is working, but after that, some advanced features uh, included in PowerShell. Like command prompt is a old tool that limited to basic files and system commands, works only with plain text. But in PowerShell is modern or advanced work with the objects instead of the text. This means some more complex operation are into the like easier. For example, in command prompt, you can't create a like SharePoint site or SharePoint list. But in PowerShell, you can create SharePoint site also and SharePoint list also. So that is a like advance. That is the advantage of PowerShell. And next thing, I'm also giving the example in PPT, like CMD only shows the file list as a text, but PowerShell can output like file details as a object. So this is an example. And next one is like advantage of PowerShell. That is a firstly like save the times and efforts. So what a automatic repetitive task like file management, user creating, and system updates. This is advantage. And next advantage like reduce human error, like script the run same way every time, so avoiding the mistakes from the manual work. So this is also most advantage. And next like cross platform, like they works on the Windows, Linux, and Mac. And next one is like scalable management, only script can control thousands of system at once. What I can say, great for the admin, like IT admins. This is like one example, like scale management. You can uh, for example, you can add a 20K data. Okay, so you can only one script you can run that thousands of the data will be controlled, like that one script. So that is a advantage. And okay, and next thing like tips for like how to practices. That is a tips and best practices for you can try this way. Always use web noun naming. For example, Ashish said like get process, get services, stop services. So you can use that way, like use verb and noun naming. And next thing is like comment a script for readability. So whenever we are using like commands in PowerShell, you comment on that, okay, what that command work or why using this command. You comment out because after 2 to 3 days or after a week, you can forget that command. Like why that using this command in PowerShell. Okay, so comment that script for readability. And next tips for like avoiding hard coding sensitive information in PowerShell. That is a like most disadvantage. Like hard coding is only because whatever the task we are doing like that, not hard coded, that is like using dynamic. So what is the sensitive information you avoid to put on the PowerShell. And the test script is a safe environment. So whatever using the like test scripts, that is a safe for environment. Like that sometimes some scripts are hazards to the environment to uh, corrupt or anything. So avoid that scripts. You can use only safe environment scripts. So that is a tips and best practices ways. And okay, thank you. And remaining part, whatever the like practical things how can do on the PowerShell, that is explained by Abhi. Abhi, you can explain practical things how we can add a 20K data in this SharePoint, or how can how the connect PowerShell through the SharePoint. Okay, that all that things will be explained.
Okay, thank you, Ratikant and Ashish, for your explanation. So we are going to see how can we add a 20K entries, dummy entries into SharePoint list. My screen is visible.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
Abhi.
yes. So we have this list updates in SharePoint. Basically, using the PowerShell, we can create sites, also create sites, also create items, create columns, create document libraries. So this is not our task. Our main product to add 20K entries into this list. So we have create demo customer list. Here already 1200 data is here. So in this list, I created a columns, first name, last name, email, and phone number. So this kind of dummy entities we need to insert into this list. So how it is possible using PowerShell and PNP. So basically, there are multiple ways to connect with SharePoint list using Azure AD, using interactive, using web login. So we are going through the web login. So first we connect site. So we use connect PNP online. After that, we use a site URL, means which site we need to connect. So we need to connect this update site. So we just copy this site URL and paste into this. So here are multiple ways to here we can use interactive to login. Here we use web login. So we are going through use web login. So it's give us a pop-up to log in using credential. And here is also we can using register dash PNP management share access. Using this, we can direct without this pop-up, we can log in. Okay. Okay. This is how we connect to our this list to this list. So we need to define this list demo customer. Okay. So we need to connect with this list in this site, the demo customer. So how can we connect with it? So we create a variable uh, list name. So list name equals to demo customer means this list name. So we just create one variable list name and assign it to the demo customers list. This is how we connect list to PowerShell. After that, we generate 20,000 record, the dummy records. So what we do, we create first variable like customer. Okay, so customers uh, using this, we add these records. So this is a 1 to 200. So we need to change it to 20,000. So this 1 to 20,000, it's create a sequence numbers to 1 to 20,000. And this for each object is this is just for each object is used for looping through every number. Means loop to 1 to 20,000. Step by step, this loop to this every sequential manner. And this PS custom object we are using to create a custom object for each number. For every number, we are creating custom object. This object first name, last name, user, and each object have their own properties. Means we have the objects this dollar sign using the and their properties have first name, last name, and email. For this PS customer object using, we just create object for each number, and those properties are using this we create properties. So after that, we create a PNP batch. So PNP batch like we assign one variable for batch like batch equal to new PNP batch. So what this script this do it's create a batch container. Batching allows multiple SharePoint operations adding user, adding, updating, and deleting. These kind of things we can create. These things we do in grouping manner, not one by one in using this batch. So we get this dot data in together and share it to SharePoint. Like this is like network. So we use this batch function. After that, we loop this each customer to 20,000 entries. So here we use for each customer loop through each customer and queue add to operations. We are adding this queue for uh, complete this operation. So here we use for each. So for each customer in customers, what it does, iterate through every customers of 20,000 customers record. Iterate through every customers and add paint list. It prepare a new SharePoint list item. Prepare new SharePoint list item to for each customer for new list item, not uh, for every list item. Like 1 to 20,000, that 20,000 list item, we using this PNP list item. And this uh, list name specifies which list to add uh, this record. Specify which list to add the items. And this value define the field value of the new list item. This value. And after that, we assign here columns, title, first name, last name, and assign the variables here. And after that, we use the batch here for instead of sending to SharePoint immediately, this queue operation batch created. Means this is not create one by one. Just uh, first it create a whole data and then it convert to the batch and batch insert to SharePoint list. Means not one by one. This is creating first batch and after this batch is implement to SharePoint list. After that, we are going to send batch to this batch to SharePoint list. Okay. So for sending this batch to SharePoint list, we use invoke function, invoke PNP batch and assign here this batch. After invoking this batch, all these domain entries we created are going to insert in batches to SharePoint list. So see how this is working. So we know this function, and here we can see in demo customer there are 20,000 entries. After refreshing, the entries will be going to increase step by step. So there are 100 entries. So this is how those entries are increasing up to 20,000 in batches format. It taking some time, but it is inserting those data into the batches. So this is how we can add 20,000 datas into SharePoint list using PNP batches. So this is from my side. Thank you. And if any doubt, please ask.
Hello.
Hello. Yes.
In one batch, how many records are added into the SharePoint list?
So we created one batch. This is a batch. In this
Batch is
batch,
batch
It's
yes,
like
creating
means
only one times, right,
yes,
Abhi?
okay.
yes.
But that
This
entry will be added in the like in bunches, like 200, 200, adding 200, like
yes,
that.
yes.
Okay,
We
means
all insert.
automatically it will insert like 100 records, but
Yes,
the count
yes.
is not visible to us.
Yes, the count is visible to us. Here, the count is increasing. Look at here. There are the Right now there is a 2335 records. And when we refresh, the record is increasing 24,000. Sorry, 2400.
Okay.
So this is in batches. The batch conduct all these in raw format data, raw format. The title, first name, last name, email, and phone number. This
Okay.
this row contain batch contain this all data
Okay.
in single batch. So this is how batch implement, and we invoke this batch, and after 20,000 loop is completed, the batch will stop.
Okay. And one more question I have. Uh, I want to add you add here dummy data as a first name, last
Yes,
name.
yes,
But
yes.
if I want to add a proper data, then every time the manually writing or automatically it generate the information.
Uh,
From
actually,
how
yes,
uh,
yes, complete. You can complete.
then how we add the I have
Yes,
a 200 2000 records in my
yes,
company as a
yes,
employee information, and I want to add that records then in a proper way, then how I add the
yes,
first name, last name, and email ID.
yes. So those data where you store in any CSV file or any Excel file, right? So we
Okay.
can use CSV file to convert this data, and this data store into a SharePoint list. So for CSV, we are also using batching also here, but we convert those CSV file into this. So we don't have this proper in CSV file data. That's the reason we created dummy data entries.
Okay. And
Yes.
one more question. If we have a option in SharePoint to add a Excel file directly, then why we use here PowerShell?
Yes. Basically, what is the purpose of PowerShell? By explained by Ashish and Ratikant. We just avoid this UI part. We just pass this process using some basic script. Using those script,
Yes.
we don't need to come in this
Yes.
login
Yes.
here
Yeah.
and
Yes.
just create a site. Just go here and type some script. Automatically, site will generate. Automatically, data will fetch. Automatically, data will convert. So we
Okay,
don't.
means yeah.
Yes, this for scripting purpose,
Yeah.
uh, we use this.
Yes, Abhi.
Okay.
Like Snehal, I'm giving one small example. Like
Okay.
you adding a 2000 data in SharePoint, but the task will be
Mhm.
like repetitive task. Like enter first name, last name, email, phone number. First name, last name, email, and phone number. So that 20,000 times you can put that entries again and again and
No, no,
again.
no,
So this is
Ratikant.
not
No.
comfortable.
No,
My
actually,
question
her
is that
question
ki
is yes,
we have a option there to
Excel file.
upload a Excel file into a
Yes,
SharePoint list. But Abhi explained
Oh,
that ki
okay, okay.
our clicks are minimized by using a script.
yes.
So
Yes, yes.
yes,
Okay,
I
okay.
am
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So thank you so much.
Welcome. If anyone has question, otherwise we stop the recording. I think no one has a question.
Data works
So thank.
also
Yes, yes, Suhas.
data works also we can use. Does anyone know about it for the large data?
Actually, we are putting data into SharePoint list, not on Dataverse. So that's the reason we arrange this session for a SharePoint list as a database. And PNP or PowerShell also working in those criteria. This is support many kind of applications for inserting data and many operating systems. So this is possible in Dataverse also. Okay, so I think no one has a question. Okay, Sonal.
Yes, Sonali.
Abhi, you can use multiple times dollar sign in code. What
Yes,
is the
yes,
purpose of that?
yes. This dollar sign get
You
number for numbering purpose. We have a so if we don't use the dollar and dash sign, so it will not generating those numbers. So it will for ID, not taking ID. This is just increasing number to 1 to n number. So that the reason we use that dollar underscore.
Okay, thank you.
You asking this, right?
Yes,
Yes.
that is like
Yes.
simple. That is integer variable. They can like integer like that only numbers can one, two,
Yes.
three,
This is
four
print.
like
Yes.
that.
This is but this is print from 1.
Then you can use any another functions like rupees वगैरह. Or
Instead of this dollar.
yes,
No. This is dollar. This is by this is a default.
default function.
Yes, this is default. Okay. Anyone has any question?
लिमिटेशन्स वॉर्निंग नाही आहेत का याच्यामुळे मग
Which kind of
1000
limitations so has?
if you are to search anything from this 2000 20000 record then
From where?
Which limitations?
Like which warnings you are asking?
In
I
SharePoint
think
or in
he
Power
has
Apps
asking
or
about
Power Apps
delegation warning, but this function is
delegation
support
warning
that.
delegation.
uh-huh.
Actually, delegation is appear in Power Apps, not in SharePoint. So we are just inserting data into SharePoint list, not in Power Apps. So we need to uh, handle those error in Power Apps. So this is not Power Apps or SharePoint thing. This is SharePoint. SharePoint don't I think they didn't show any delegation.
Yes.
And Abhi, I think this function is support for multiple. It means large data. Then there's not delegation is present.
Actually, delegation warning happen in Power Apps, not in
Yes,
SharePoint. So
yes.
yes, so
Yes.
there is, I think there is no limitation. Actually, there are
Yeah.
yes,
Delegation
Ratikant.
warning is like whatever the using that filter or that things you putting on that formula is put the like correctly. For example, some formulas not working for the large data, so
Large
that
data.
time that
Yes,
delegation error comes. So has.
In
yes.
Power Apps,
So
not in
yeah,
SharePoint list.
yes, that is a like
And
different one.
from Excel we can add any size of data into share in a list SharePoint list. Then what is its need then? If I don't
Actually,
understand.
yes. If you think there is a bulk of data into your CSV file or in a Word
uh,
file. So why
uh,
scripting is why this scripting is basically invented? Because
uh,
we don't need to go into this UI part or not go. This is only just do one script and this all flow will work automatically. So we don't need to go there, find those file and this path and the clickability. So we just manage through scripting. That's the reason we use PNP PowerShell. There is no any burden to use PowerShell, but this is a improve our productivity and save our time. That's the reason we use this scripting, PowerShell scripting.
okay.
Yes.
Hello, Abhi.
Yes.
I have one more questions. When you add this 20K thousand data in SharePoint list, then it gets how much time?
Yes, there are batching is here. So this batch is implemented, and this is taking for 20,000 entries. This is taking the time is like for 5 to 10 minutes. But there are more efficient way to insert those data. Like we use here batch and we use here use web login. So there are multiple ways to log in and there are multiple ways suitable ways to uh, convert those formulas this conversation. There are multiple techniques. Using those techniques we can minimize those times. We use this technique suitable for us. That's the reason we use it. there are multiple technique to login, and I have not suggest you to use this use web login. Go to interactive one,
Okay.
and also there are the one is register PNP management cell access. So using this we can use without this pop-up. So you can go with this also.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, then anyone have no question? Then I will stop the recording.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, no questions. Thank you so much. Nice
Thank
session.
you everyone.
Okay,
Thank you
Thank
Ratikant.
you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
Ashish.
You
Thank
are
you.
explaining well.